It's 11:47 p.m. on a Tuesday. Your screen lights up. We need to talk. By Thursday, the drawers are empty. By Monday, her story shows a new table, a new neighborhood, a new pair of hands. And that smile, the one she used to save for you, now belongs to someone else. You stare at your phone like it's bad math. How do you go from "I love you" to "it's complicated" to "meet my boyfriend in under 2 weeks"? How does "I need time alone" turn into "I found someone" by the weekend? Because it wasn't sudden. It was sequenced. She didn't break up and then meet someone. She met someone, then broke up. Maybe you know this man. Maybe you were this man, believing you were solid, while she quietly interviewed replacements, respecting space without realizing that space had a tenant. This isn't about bitterness. It's about learning the operating system, so you stop taking a systemic pattern personally. 1. The career playbook. No resignations without offers. Professionals don't quit and hope. They take calls at lunch, negotiate quietly, then give notice. Many women apply the same logic to relationships, not because they're cold, but because they're strategic. The breakup is the final email, not the first draft. What felt sudden to you was months of silent due diligence. You're thinking closure and feelings. She's thinking options and outcomes. 2. The upgrade equation. Why good enough? Still loses. In careers, the big raises come from switching companies, not asking for 3% raises. Relationships often run on similar math. You're judging today versus today. She's judging trajectory. Can this situation ever deliver what I want next? That's why your last-minute fixes flop. You're offering an internal promotion. She's already accepted an external offer. Call it relationship arbitrage. Hold the current seat. Move only when the spread justifies the switch. 3. Options aren't accidents. They're managed. It's not always obvious flirting. It's option management. Keeping connections warm, staying visible, building rapport that can be exercised later. By the time you notice a wobble, the pipeline is live. Think call options, activated when timing and price align. 4. The worse on paper illusion. You'll swear she downgraded, maybe less money, less looks, less status. But she isn't buying attributes. She's buying readiness. Men forged in real relationships carry relationship human capital. Communication under stress, domestic rhythm, emotional regulation. He's already broken in. You're still factory stiff. Lower baseline, higher immediate functionality, perhaps at a better ROI. This is why newly single or recently partnered men often have gravity. Someone else paid the training costs. 5. Risk control. Why single feels like exposure. For many women, extended singlehood, uninsured risk, social drift, financial uncertainty, timeline pressure, market, competition. So they minimize gaps, not from neediness, from prudence. Breakups often sync with seasons or life changes when being single is costlier. Timing isn't heartless, it's risk aware. 6. Leverage and social proof. A woman in a relationship negotiates from abundance. Single scarcity. Being wanted by one man raises her value to others. Competition creates urgency. Scarcity fuels desire. She's more relaxed, more selective, more magnetic because she is. This is why she seemed more desirable to others when she was with you. Positioning changed. 7. Emotional economics. Energy. Has a budget. Processing pain takes fuel. Fuel is finite. If she believes the best return comes from investing forward, she'll grieve in motion. She often pre-processed months before she left. By move-out day, her emotional budget is already deployed somewhere new. This is why, can we try again, rarely works. Reversing allocations feels like bad capital management, not romance. 8. System self. It wasn't all about you. You keep scrubbing the past for the exact misstep. Stop. This pattern scales across people, cities, demographics, incentives, constraints, market forces, risk tolerance, systems drive behavior. You weren't necessarily not enough. You were less aligned with her next move than the alternative. 9. The seamless. Goodbye. What felt like deception? What you read as calm normalcy was information control, not always malicious, often practical. Compartmentalized to prevent conflict, confirm the landing zone, then announce departure. Technically, there may have been no cheating. Strategically, the exit was well underway. 10. The loyalty life cycle. How exits get timed. Every relationship cycles. Honeymoon. Optimization, maintenance, exit evaluation. Women who transition well don't wait for collapse. They move when the trajectory turns, and options are ripe when leverage is highest, and downtime is minimal. That's why I felt stable, until it didn't. She wasn't fine. She was deciding. The male response. Strategy over spiral A. Don't personalize the system. Take the lesson. Keep your dignity. Stop negotiating from panic. B. Build your own optionality mission. Money, mastery, brotherhood. A life that stands with or without her. C. Track trend, not temperature. Warm words can coexist with exit plans. Watch investment, not affection. D. Lead with position, not please. Improve yourself, not your pitch. Gravity beats convincing. E. Protect time and assets, policies you keep, finances, lifestyle, boundaries, no matter how in love you are. F. Keep the skills you paid for. If you trained someone who left, you keep the competence. Calm under stress, clean conflict, domestic systems, leadership. G. Skip cynicism. Choose standards. No competing with secret pipelines. No chasing after notice is served. No bargaining from emptiness. The line that sets you free. She didn't leave and then find someone. She found someone and then left. Not because you're worthless, because her incentives pointed elsewhere. When you see that clearly, you stop begging to be picked and start becoming the man with leverage. Grounded, directed, generous without being a doormat, committed without collapsing. You'll still feel loss. You just won't be lost. So when the next 11:47 p.m. text lights up your phone, you won't panic. You'll understand the math. And your life, built on purpose, not permission, won't even blink.